What's happening, bro?
We live, we live. Good man. What's up with you, brother?
Man, can't complain, boss man. About to get ready to start my day in a few, man. Wanted to tap in with you, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man. So first and foremost, definitely wanna thank you for accepting the invite. Um, it's definitely greatly appreciated, brother. For real.
Oh no, it's
Um,
all love.
yeah,
I
yeah.
heard Gary V say one time, if somebody invites you, jump on, man. So I don't ever think I'm too small or too big. I'm always tap in with whomever want to tap in with me. So I appreciate you for
Nah,
even
nah.
asking me. So
Definitely. I love it. So let me get this started. Welcome to About That Action. I'm your host, Will, and I interview people from all over the world. I understand that it takes more than wishing and wanting to make things happen, but it takes action, and because of that, special guest Brandon J. Wigley, man. What's up, brother?
no, it's good, man. I like that. I like
Yeah.
the I like your podcast. That one liner you get.
Oh man,
Great
I
morning.
I have to, man, because I'm always inspired by individuals um that may come from humble beginnings, and I may have the wrong cards dealt, or may come from different beginnings and transform their life. Because with that, you can easily get succumb to your environment or things that's happening around you and get trapped in and becoming, someone else or whatever, or
Yeah,
go down the wrong. It's easy come go down the wrong path. You know what I mean? So I know
for sure.
I've been there. I got family members that've been there. I'm sure you. I mean, it's easy when all you see is the 5, 6, 7 mile radius or 5 block radius of your block and those that's dealing drugs or whatever the case. You know what I mean? So it's easy for that. So
That's
definitely.
crazy you say that, man, because I was just watching you familiar with Mano, the rapper Mano?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. So I see some of his things. I'm see the things
Yeah,
he
I was
putting up.
watching his interview this morning with Bobby Smurda. So that was Bobby Smurda's first interview
Mm,
leaving prison.
mm,
And he said kind of exact same thing, man. When he was young, he jumped off the porch at like 11 up in Brooklyn. And he was like, man, it's so easy. You just look out your window, you see the police beating up, your uncle, or you see drug dealers. So you see this 5, 6 years old, it's programming your subconscious mind at an early age to live in
mm,
that life, right? So even if you look at, I like to study the Greek philosophers a little bit, not too deep, but you see Aristotle, and he said,
mm.
give me the man, give me the boy when he's 7 and I'll show you the man. So that just say, man, if you that early age, if whatever you see, that's that early programming time. My bad, I
So
don't mean to get
that
too deep, but I
nah.
get you know what I'm saying?
Listen. I
Yeah.
take it and receive everything. I'm definitely. I like to connect with people. So this is always fun for me to connect with all different individuals and tap in with stuff like. For real, for me, growing up, just quickly, I didn't have a father. I didn't grow up with a father. Not really. I didn't have so many male role models in my house. The ones that I did I have was in the streets or either going to jail, or whatever. So when I'm able to tap into positive black men, just talking to them, it resonates with me, and it gives me more insight and more permission and power to move forward. So I'm definitely
For sure.
always
Where you from?
willing to tap in. I'm from the Bronx.
Okay, cool. Cool, dope.
Yeah. So definitely, I want to tap in with you. Let's go from with that. Let's talk about where you from. Let's talk about a little bit about I guess your upbringing, because I'm always like want to know about what's the positive or the negative that could have shifted your thought process. So let's start from where you from and a little bit about your upbringing.
For sure, man. So I'm originally from Orlando, Florida. Um,
Okay.
Grew up with my mom and my dad as well. My dad was in and out of my life. He played
Mm-hmm.
basketball. Um, Played in a little short stint in the NBA, went overseas.
Okay.
Um, and he probably, he battled with drug addiction for probably from when I was in elementary to college. So
Okay.
most of the time, so I never want to say I didn't grow up without my dad. He just was in and out,
Mm-hmm.
but he left our household around middle school. So during that time, I always played sports and basketball. So I think that always kept me on the straight and narrow,
Mm-hmm.
straight and narrow path. I always wanted to go to the league or something, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
I always had my head on my shoulder in that sense, but definitely grew up with my mother down in Orlando. Had great my story a little different, man. I had playing being sports. I had a lot of great male role models,
Mm-hmm.
So I think that helped me. Not even think I
Mm-hmm.
know that
Mm-hmm.
helped me tremendously
Mm-hmm.
just to be around these powerful coaches, these powerful men in my life. My uncle, I got one uncle on my mom's side, but growing up, shit, he was doing like 30 years in prison. And then I saw that trickle down effect from him doing that. Then both of his sons in prison now. So I'm like, oh man, I see
Right.
where, like we just touched on earlier, man, if that early age, whatever you're seeing, you can be programmed like that for the rest of your life. So,
Mm-hmm.
growing up, man, I had a strong mother. My
Mm-hmm.
mom, the first person I seen flip a house,
Mm-hmm.
buy an investment property, fix it up a little bit, live in it, sell it, make over, like $80,000. She did that twice.
Mm.
So I was able to see a lot of things, like you said, man. This really some good positive influences in my life.
Do you think that I guess I don't want to say the absence of your father. I guess you say he popped it in and out. Do you think that was I guess detrimental, or was it, or did you feel his absence, or did the other people
Yeah,
kind
I
of
did. When I was younger, I did. Now, as an adult, I hold myself accountable for everything, right? Meaning, I used to try to blame them in the aspect of basketball. My dad, a Florida basketball legend, right? So him not being in my life, I used to be like, man, I was all right in basketball, but if my dad was here, I could have been. And I used to blame him for that, right? But not knowing as an adult now, nigga, you just need to work harder on your game. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Yes, if Pops would have been there. But nah, man, like I said, I had a lot of, man, my mom's solid, man. And then also I had a lot of great coaches around me, black male figures, Now, even if
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't my dad,
Mm-hmm.
cats on my team's pops, it was like they
Mm-hmm.
say, man, it takes a village, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we was able to really have a village. I was raised by a village. So I wouldn't say like it was detrimental. I used to not like my dad, to be honest, from
Mm-hmm.
like middle school to college until, as you get older, then you have more self-awareness
Mm-hmm.
and then you realize now that I'm 35, I'm like, shit, he was probably my same age. I'm like, man, bro was just trying to figure shit out. You know what I'm saying, in life. So I don't really think it ain't hurt me too bad, to be honest, bro.
It's funny that you say that because I say that all the time. My pops left a long time ago, and my mom's raising me. I felt some way too. But I think when I start to look at it, you become an adult, you be like, nah, with all the stuff that's going on in the world, and you just trying to survive, you like, I get it. I'm
Yeah.
not I'm not holding no grudges. Just you can explain, and we can patch it up, and we can keep it moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I definitely get it. Do
My
you
my
think? Go
dad
ahead.
now, like, that's one of my closest friends. Like, that's my dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I talk to him every day almost. Like, shit, we doing business together. I got him about to run my Airbnb business. So
See?
like it's all love, man.
Nah, that's sweet. Do you think I guess growing up, some of the information that you got I guess transferred into skills that you able to kind of use today from
No,
the men and
and
women
it's
in your life?
not really. And I say that because maybe it did subconsciously. Consciously, I don't think it did, but subconsciously, just seeing my mom, work hard. And like I said, she got into real estate before. I didn't even pay it any attention. Like I said, I saw her do it, but I wasn't like, oh man, Mom Dukes just flipped the house. Like, okay, let me tap in. Eventually, I got into real estate years later,
Mm-hmm.
as I became an adult. Um, like I say, bro, when I was younger, man, I was obsessed with women. Just like just
Mm-hmm.
like most young guys, right? Women in
Mm-hmm.
sports. I
Mm-hmm.
would sit on that phone, talk all the time, sneak girls in the house. I was almost addicted to it to a certain extent, right? Um, and just sports. So I really developed my best habits after leaving college, man. I think after college, we're going to college. I'm not one of those people say, "Oh, college ain't," that you shouldn't go to college and shit. Even though I'm an entrepreneur, I understand that perspective. But
Mm-hmm.
college really helped mold me, and then take off from there. But my upbringing, I was so basketball crazy, dog. I don't
Mm-hmm.
even think I read a book when I when I was that young.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, definitely. Let's talk about I guess February 4th, 2011. Can you talk about that date?
February 4th, 2011. That's when I moved to.
Your
Yeah, that's when I
move.
moved to Atlanta. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, how you know that?
All
You're a
right,
real
man. Listen.
journalist. My dog a real journalist.
Listen, I'm tapping in. Like I got to tap in. Talk about that date. Talk about. I guess what made you want to make that move?
Oh man, college. Like once again, that's when my life started to change. My college best friend moved to Atlanta. He lives in New York now. He works for Sony. He does music for Sony Music. I
Okay.
mean marketing for Sony Music. Um, and I was coaching high school basketball at the time, and I was a high school teacher at Tampa Catholic High School, and I was working at the mall as well. So I was working two jobs. Really not knowing what I wanted to be a coach. You know, at
Mm-hmm.
this time, like I say, basketball. Prior to me moving to Atlanta, basketball was my life, bro. Up
Mm-hmm.
until 24 years old. So I was
Mm-hmm.
coaching high school basketball, and my homie called me one day. He was like, "Wig, bro, you got to move to the A. This where it's at." His exact words. And for me, I always tell people I'm not the smartest person in the world, but what I do better than most people, I pull the trigger faster than anybody. Meaning, I don't sit and overthink shit. So if he told me that, I thought about it, I weighed my options real quick. All right, bet I'm gonna move. You know, so I pull the trigger fast. I don't really think about stuff too long. I rather just jump in the pool. So he told me that. I thought about it like a day or two. I said, you know what? I'm here coaching basketball. It's cool. I love it. But at the same time, let me just take a risk. So at this was around December, January time, I think. Um, and then I just paid up a lot of my bills up, and I had $700 left. And at this time, this is when J. Cole dropped on Friday Night Lights,
Mm-hmm.
and that album or mixtape, whatever it was inspiring to me because that's when A Dollar in the Dream was on there. J.
I
Cole.
know that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
met.
J. Cole talked that talk.
I
Somebody
met.
who was with me, Jazzy Always, she the one rolled with me up here to Atlanta. She just joined
Okay. Okay.
off of that J. Cole album. So man, just really having great friends in my life, that inspired me for him to plant that seed in my mind. And for me just to say, you know what, I'm gonna just take that leap of faith and ride out.
And I think that's cool because I have a real problem like overthink. I overthink it, so I just think myself right out of it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I think that's important for some things. It's just like, listen, it's time sensitive. You're gonna jump on it and you gotta move. So what I guess what faith that made you wanted to act on it? I know you said you just wanted to pull the trigger, but what part of it, like faith, that made you just want to just act on it and like, hey, let me just go, drop it and just go do it.
Yeah, great question. Knowing that I had my best friend was here, so that's a support system.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like I said, we went to college together for 4 years, and I know he was solid. I know he came up here. He took the same chance and risk that I did. So I'm like, shit, he ain't no different from me,
Right, right, right,
because the year before he just did the same thing.
right.
He had graduated, worked a job, moved to Atlanta. He was working as a bellhop or something, or whatever he was doing. He just came and made it happen. So that, seeing somebody do it prior to me, that was good. And then I had some family up here as well. Some
That's a
distant family. It's like my mom's cousins that
right,
she
right,
grew
right.
up with. So I knew, all right, if I need somewhere to stay or whatever, like I can. If I need a home cooked meal, I could tap in with the family. But it was just, man, not to sound cliche, it was just a gut feeling, man. And that ain't even cliche. As we learn and we study in life, I just follow my infinite intelligence, as my OG Beyond Win would say. Just
Hmm.
follow your infinite intelligence. That's that inside, that person inside of you, or that voice inside of you, and it just lets you know, it guides me. I would say that guides me. I
Hmm.
take a lot of chances and a lot of risks, but I'm never, and like I say, that's my superpower. I don't be scared, bro. Like, I done had negative $400 in my account. I done had 100,000 plus in my account. Like, I done seen it all. You know what I'm saying? So me taking risks, I don't care about sleeping on the couch again. I'll just do it. I know I can always bounce back. I done
Hmm.
bounced back 3, 4 times in my life. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I just always listen to that gut feeling.
I think that's the way. I guess that's the way of being an entrepreneur. But I definitely like that you definitely take that leap. I think my thing is for, I guess, for certain people, because I know at that time prior to you moving, you didn't have kids or family like that.
Mhm.
So quickly, I would tap in. It's what advice you have for those that might have a family and want to do that, because the situation changed a little bit different. Like you may be comfortable, I may be personally, and you personally may be comfortable sleeping on the floor. Oh,
Yeah.
but when you have your child, oh, well, you know what I mean? Then it becomes a little sketchy. So
Nah, for sure.
what advice?
A support system again. you got to check your support system. I just told my daughter mom this yesterday. Like I'm forever indebted to her, and I'm forever grateful for her because she allowed me to take a lot of risk. You know what I'm saying? She held it down with my daughter and let me really be a risk taker and really go after my dream. So I even told her that yesterday. It's crazy you say that, man. If you got a strong support system, like you can do anything, I believe. But definitely, if you don't, you do got to be a little bit more calculated. It's as the late great Nipsey said, it's a marathon. So you may not full fledged go quit your job, but once again, as Gary Vee say, if you got a 9 to 5, take those baby steps, and from 6 to 10, work on your side business, and then that 6 to 10 eventually will turn into your 9 to 5. So I would say that, man, be calculated with it and plan. You got to plan shit out, man. Sometimes I know I say I take risks and I jump out there, but I definitely map my shit out as best as possible and then adjust when I can.
Right. So I guess when you came to Atlanta, you was jobless for a little while, right?
Yeah, man, I ain't have a job for 7 months.
So my thing is, what did you doubt your decision at that point
What's that?
when you first came out? When you first
Oh,
came out to
did
Atlanta,
I doubt my decision? Hell
decision?
no. Hell no. Man, I don't want to sound crazy or cocky, but I'm built different, dog. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like. I I'm human, so definitely have a swing of emotions. But I never doubted it, even when I came here. I was sleeping on my homeboy couch for 7 months. I'm working odd jobs. I'm working at my uncle barbecue restaurant, um, cutting people grass. I'm working at my other uncle. I'm driving, going down to Florida, working at my uncle funeral home just to make $300 and come back to Atlanta. Like, I'm just doing whatever. I was working at Crown Plaza by the airport in Atlanta, setting up chairs and being for conference rooms and microphone systems. Um, so yeah, I never doubted my decision. Definitely, got in moments of depression. Not that. Yeah, I got into depression probably like 2019, but I got it. I got in moments of your emotional state. I was up and down with that, but I never doubted the decision at all.
Dope. So you was down here after you guess you was jobless for a few months. Then you got Target, right? Then you wound up getting Target. You worked. How long you was at Target? And I guess how was that experience?
Man, I always tell people Target was one of the best jobs I ever had. I ain't like it, but it taught me a lot. I worked there for a year and some change, and that's the last job I ever had. But Target taught me. I had the dopest store manager ever, man. Shout out to Jacob Huey right now, Jacob Dewey. And it was a life experience for me because coming here, he was a gay white man, and at this time, I never was around a gay white man. So just to be totally honest and transparent, but this dude was so cool and he was such a leader. And I had a management spot. So if you got a degree, Target to give you a management spot. And this man changed my life. He taught me how to lead people. He taught me how to. I'm still I'm still working on myself, but not be so emotional in certain situations. Like he was just a dope boss and leader to me, man. I talk to him to this day. So working at Target taught me that. And then I was manager of customer service. So I'm getting my ass cussed out every day. You know what I'm saying? But that helps me being an entrepreneur. So I
Right.
always say, man, my dad used to tell me this. Everything you do translates to the next part of your life, right? So every job, I even cutting grass at a graveyard, or, cooking ribs and working at a barbecue restaurant, everything I did helped me become a better entrepreneur. But working at Target was a great experience. I hated it at the time, but like they say, hindsight, I really it honed me to be able to be a leader, a better leader in the workplace.
So definitely I guess definitely you would say that journey was necessary for you as at the moment.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I would never, man. I love Target. I love Target though. I like to shop there too. Yeah, you probably like to shop at Target. You know what I'm saying?
It's
I know
too
women love to
expensive.
shop at Target.
It's too expensive, man.
Too
Oh,
expensive.
yeah,
I get it.
you buy a couple things, like two things, you run up to $100.
Yeah, no, I get it. I totally get it.
December, I guess December 12th, 2012. I guess that's when you leave our Target. And I want to tap in because before a while back, I think I don't know if I saw you in the Explorer channel or whatever, but I saw the post when you saying I don't know, it wasn't that exact date, but later on I saw the post when you said yo, this is my last day at Target. Which Lord, that's why I want to tap in with you now. When I started this, I'm like, yo, I gotta definitely get him because that for me was inspirational. It definitely gave me a different mindset. Like, listen, where you are, like I said, where you are today is not who you're gonna be later on. You can make those adjustments. You can use your previous steps or people in your life before to kind of catapult you to the next level in your life.
Yep. Yep.
So December 12th, how significant was that date for you?
December 12th. Was that the
That's the
day I
day.
left
That's the
Target?
day you left. We ain't locked
Yeah,
in.
yeah,
That's the day you
yeah,
left.
yeah. Yeah, that's
2012.
crazy. I respect that.
Now I
And you
got
know
to,
what?
man.
I'm gonna answer that question, but I respect your journalism because I'm getting my podcast back rolling, and I don't do research like you do, so that's
Listen,
good.
I have to, man. I
Um,
want to.
man, that was big, man. It was big for me because, like I said, that was my last 9 to 5, and I built life friendships at Target too. Everybody that I met, shoot, my neighbor, like 3, 4 houses down, I worked with at Target. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
um, I built a lot of lifelong friendships with a lot of older black women. You know what I mean? And they took me in, like, for real. Like, once again, my boss, Jacob, and then it was like 3 older black women that were older than me. They saw the
Mhm.
potential in me. And Miss Terrell, Miss Felicia, and Miss Teresa. Miss Felicia, Miss Teresa, and Miss Terrell. They took me under their wing. They saw I was a young 24-year-old black man in here, and they just saw my personality, my charisma, my talent coming in at Target, making things happen in that customer service aspect. Um, and I formed some real dope relationships. But I had to go, man. I had to go. It was my time. I was there for a year. Um, and at this time, my best friend, one of my friends I grew up with in high school, um, he was he bought into some tax franchises, and he hit me when I used to see him always chilling at the crib playing Xbox and shit.
Mhm.
So I'm like, bro, what you doing? Like, why you don't work? Like, you got a lot of downtime, and I know you don't sell dope or nothing because you scary. So I know you like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, I done got into the tax game. This is what you got to do. This amount of bread you got to have. Once again, it's another part. I'm like, all right, bet. I thought about it. Fuck it, I'm about to do that. So I just jumped in the game from there and shoot. I ain't worked a job since December 12th. I left Target.
So what is your thoughts and feeling leading up to that? Are you nervous? Are you like
No, once again,
you just
I
you
wasn't
just
nervous at
whatever?
all. I always look at what I want, the macro. What's the outcome, right? So if I know what the outcome is, and then I can work backwards and see the steps to
Mhm.
get to that outcome, I ain't got to be nervous because I'm proper preparation. Um, is always key. So, all right, I know I want to leave my job. I know I want to work here. I know I want to control my time. That's what it's about for me, is really having time freedom. I know I want to control my time. All right, the first step to doing that is leaving this motherfucking job,
Mhm.
right? Leaving this, getting certified in the tax game, um, investing in myself. I had to move to a different part of the city. So I had it all mapped out. So I think when you plan and you prepare yourself, of course we're human, so we do get nervous, but when you plan and you really put in the work in, it kind of erases a lot of the nervousness around it. But I wasn't nervous at all. I just left a job in Florida 2 years prior, and not even, and came here and slept on somebody's couch. So now I got a little bit more money now. I'm working, and I got I got a room and stuff now. I got an apartment. I got a roommate. It's like, no, I ain't nervous. Like, no, I'm about to go. And it was
So
one of the best decisions I made.
so was that I guess time was everything you said, I guess your driving force to even want to become an entrepreneur?
Yeah, man, it's time freedom. Like, it's always about controlling my time. It's like I didn't like when somebody say, "Oh, you got to go to lunch at 1 o'clock." I ain't hungry at 1. I don't want to eat at 1. You know what I'm saying? Or you got to ask somebody if I can go out of town to Florida, where I'm from. I ain't want to do that. So it's like, and I'm a little rebellious, a little bit. I'm the only child. I'm an air sign, so I like to float. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like people controlling me. So that's really what it is.
Man, that time component is real deep for me because I feel the same way. I just for me, entrepreneurship for me is buying back my own time, being
Yep.
able to do things on my time when I want to do it. You know what I
No, for
mean?
sure.
That for me is key. In one of your posts, you said something about I want to say Kanye had a producer kill list, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I
Kobe.
want to. What's your entrepreneur kill list? I know you said you ain't put it up there.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good question.
This all
Now, I got
competition. This
somebody on my kill list. Really, I don't got too many. I got one person on my kill list after I left JMA. And I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna say it one day, but I ain't gonna say it now. But I will say, when I left Jay Morrison Academy, I heard through the grapevine this person said, "What he gonna do now?" You know what I'm saying? And he probably ain't even mean it in a bad way. It's probably my ego. My ego. You know, we have ego, right? So
Right.
I'm reading a book. I read a book called "Ego is the Enemy."
Hmm.
So it's maybe just my ego trying to spark myself and make it seem like it was bad. He might have just really was wondering what I'm gonna do now, but my ego told me, no, he think I'm gonna fall off. So
Right.
this one cat, he on my kill list for
But you know
sure.
what it is? I don't. When I think of a kill list, I don't look at it like a negative. It's all shit is all friendly, all competition. We all in it. We all want to see each other grow, but you need that competition. Even when Jay and them was coming on Rockefeller and some that's it's all competition. Yeah, I see another one coming up. You gonna have to run the race. You got to catch up to me or whatever. It's all
Yeah,
we all gotta respect the next person coming up. Or
yeah, man.
when Jay and Wayne was going back and forth at it.
Yep,
Yeah, I see you coming, Jay. Like I see you, Wayne, but you have to step it up,
it's a must.
and it keeps Jay sharp. It'll keep whatever it is. It keep the next person on his toes and keep him sharp.
Facts. I
100%.
wholeheartedly agree. I wholeheartedly agree.
So, world class dot connected. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, man. That's man. I watched. Have you ever seen the documentary, The Black Godfather?
Nah, I ain't got a chance to hit that.
Oh man, you sleep. You got to
What is
wake
called
up.
again?
The Black Godfather.
I'm gonna tap that in. Yep.
It's on Netflix.
Black
It's about
Godfather. Yeah.
a guy called Mr. Clarence Avant.
Okay.
And he's behind the scenes of a lot of dope things that you never even could imagine. So I want to say he connected Quincy Jones with Michael Jackson. He did a lot of work for Obama. He stopped. He helped Soul Train keep going. They was gonna create another Soul Train on another network, but he stopped that happening. He's just a world class deal maker, right? And I looked in my life, I've always been charismatic. I've always been a people person. I'm OGs always take me under their wing. I've been blessed with that gift. And people always call me, hey, Wig, such and such. Hey, connect me with such and such. Or, Wig, I'm trying to get a real estate property, a contractor. And I saw myself always just connecting dots and doing deals and things of that sort. So I was like, after watching that, he made me realize, I can make a living doing this, being a deal maker, just like this guy Clarence Avant. They call him the Black Godfather. He behind the scenes and he making it happen for a lot of people. So just seeing that, man, that just sparked me. That sparked me to really, really go into business as being a deal maker, connecting dots and acquiring companies and just really taking it to the next level that way. And it sound cool. World class dot connector. I say that's for the culture, but in general, it's just being a deal maker. I say dot connector because and it ain't even just me. Think about it. A lot of people in their lifetime call themselves the plug or they
Right.
connect dots. So my vision is to create a community around it.
Mhm. And it's funny that you say that because as I did my research, I have seen you connected with so many people. So what keeps you connected to, I guess, the entrepreneurs and the influencers and stuff like that?
Man, for me, dog, I just try to not try. I just remain solid, man, and remain solid. And when I am connected to them, do what I say I'm gonna do.
Hmm.
Work wise,
Hmm.
really to stay solid, produce because you can't be a dot connector without producing.
Hmm.
So I try to really My daughter trying to get on the
Nah,
camera.
that's cool.
Say what's up. Say what's happening.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
All right. So yeah, just really just when I get locked in with these people, just really produce. Because if you give value, to the world gonna always bring value back to you. So I wholeheartedly believe that. And I don't know, man. I think God just blessed me with that, man. Like I've been blessed with a lot of these high influencers, these high business owners in these high places. Man, they just tap in with me, dog. They really I gravitate to them and we just connect. And then I got them asking me, "Oh, Brandon, connect me with such and such," and it's just all love from there.
So what's those conversations like? Is it strictly on some let me help you, let me lift you up, you lift me up, or on some always on some building connected and moving forward type stuff?
Man, everybody I'm connected with on some dot connecting shit, really, I have personal relationships with.
Hmm.
Like I told Dana Christensen. I don't know if you know Dana Christensen, but she the
Hmm.
queen of business funding, as they call her. She killing the game right now.
Hmm.
You might need to have her on while you playing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Um I told her the other day, man, I'm at a point in my life I'm only tapping in and working with people I like. You know what I'm saying? That I'm connected to. It may not always be like that, but the conversations are easy
Hmm.
because I genuinely like these people and they genuinely like me.
Hmm.
So we're able to do business. We're able to have disagreements and not take it personal.
Hmm.
So it's just all love with me.
Yeah, you reference like even going through you reference a lot about business relationship. Why why and why is that important for you?
What's that, bro?
The business relationships or to
Oh,
keep it solid. Yep.
yeah, man, because I try to live by the four agreements in life. It's a book, man. That's one of my favorite
Yeah, I
books.
read that
My
too.
top three. So it's always be
Yeah.
impeccable with your word, never assume, don't take things personal, and always give your best.
Hmm.
So these are four things that I always think about in any type of relationship that I get in. You know what I'm saying? How
Hmm.
can I live by these four agreements and
Hmm.
really tap in and really tap into it? So it's extremely important to me, man. Like um I got an uncle, man. His name Wake and Bake with Unc on here, and he always talks about just holding yourself accountable, man. Just being accountable for everything. So if I can hold myself accountable and bring that into any type of relationship I have, man, it's gonna be gravy.
Nah, though I tapped I saw some of his stuff too. Yeah, yeah, he definitely got some dope content.
Yeah, Unc don't fuck
Um,
off, man.
definitely not. And one of your posts you wrote that if your circle not bringing anything to your table, you're hanging around with squares.
Yeah,
Talk talk about that. About I guess how important it is to have a good inner circle, a core inner circle that's y'all bringing stuff to the table.
yeah. I felt like a rapper that day, dog. That shit hit me. I was like, I might need to put that shit on the beat or something. And what
Yes,
made me
sir.
think about it because one of my homies, he brought a deal to the table, a government contract, right? And I just met him probably like 2 years ago. I met him through another friend. Once again, a college relationship. This is why I always tell people. People try to down college so much. I get it. You go into debt, and it's this. They don't teach you how to be a business owner. But for me, that shit was worth it. Like I got so many relationships from college that I use to this day. But anyways, one of my college friends connected me with one of his friends. I connected some dots with this guy before he hit me on some. I connected him with Dana. Once again, him and his wife worked with Dana, and then he brought a big deal to the table that we're working on,
Mm-hmm.
and it made me think like, man, like I'm blessed to be around people that's ain't no hating going on in the crew, even if they not in my immediate crew circle. It's still even if they're on the outside of it, it's still love. People still bringing opportunities to the table. As we say, we throw alley oops. I like to say I'm Chris Paul. I'm gonna throw alley oops,
Right.
and it's important because if you're not doing that, then shit. What you not saying every relationship has got to be a business type of situation, but even if it's like books, like educate, like, oh, bro, tap in on this book. It don't got to be a business. It's like teach me something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even when I date women, I like women to teach me stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm a nerd. I'm the coolest nerd on the planet, I like to say. So I like to be taught as well. So yeah, man, just bringing value. Like I said earlier, you bring value to the world always gonna bring value back to you. So that's important. So when you're around people, that got to happen.
Now, I think that, and just that's the point what you said. It doesn't have to be financial, but I do think every relationship is somewhat transactional. What I'm bringing to you, what you bring it to me. If you ain't helping me grow, what I need you around me for? So
Facts.
it makes
Facts.
it. I read somewhere that it said an unsupportive friend is a hater. Do you agree or no? An unsupportive friend is a hater.
No, I don't think that. Some people don't know how to support, meaning it's like the 5 love languages, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people, everybody love language different.
Mm-hmm.
Some people support is, this might sound weird, is the hate.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning in the indirect way, if they hating on, I don't even like the word hate, but if they, you know, not supporting you, that's low key internally motivating you.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, damn, I want that support from the homie, but he ain't really support me. He may not know how to. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
tricky.
Because
That's a slippery slope though.
that's real.
because
That's
because
real.
because for some people it might not be for you, but some people they might be so bothered and then it'll throw them off.
That's real too. That's
It'll
real.
throw them off.
That's why in my life, I believe in life ain't nothing black and white. It's gray areas all the
Right,
time. Ain't
right,
nothing like this is what it is, that is what it is. It's gray areas.
right.
Because what for me, I've been, like I said, I've been blessed with solid people in my circle. Like I've been blessed with great OGs. I can call 9, 10 millionaires right now. Hey, that's what sped up my process. I was able to lose bread twice in my life. Damn near go back to $0 and get it back because I'm surrounded by powerful circles. But the reason I have that is because I bring value to it. So an unsupported friend, sometimes people don't know how to support you. And that for me, I don't. Once again, the 4 agreements, I don't take that shit personal.
And
They might be dealing with something.
yeah, and I'm also learning how to do that as well. But even like you said, support don't cost nothing. Hey yo, go check out Wig's podcast. Go
That's
check
real
out
too.
Will. Go. Can you post this? Can you do that? You know what I mean?
That's
You
real
can.
too.
That's at least you can do that. You know what I'm trying to
And
say?
I think we have to communicate that as friends, though.
Okay.
So we don't just assume
I mean,
that.
do we? Because
Yeah,
for me, I'm the friend that, they say if you got a business, we got a business. So I'm already putting that joint on Facebook, or I'm already telling, oh, yo, tap in with Wigs, or tap in with whoever, and he got some dope stuff going on. Let's tap in. So you ain't got to communicate that with me.
yeah. But the key words you say with me, that's the key
Okay,
word. We
okay.
all. That's why I love the 4 agreements. Don't take shit personal. Don't assume. That's why the 5 love language is important because we all differ. We all have different perspective. We all was raised different. You
That's true.
from the Bronx. I'm from Orlando, Florida. I
Uh-huh.
lived a totally different life from you up there. It's cold as
Uh-huh.
fuck.
Right,
I'm in
right, right.
Florida. It's humid as shit.
Right,
I'm
right,
down the
right.
street from Disney World. And then I'm also down the street from Mercy Drive when niggas getting killed. Everybody think Orlando did
Okay.
Disney World, but that shit crazy too.
Yeah,
So
they definitely do.
it's just a lot. We got different life experiences. My daughter's mom from Cali. She from LA.
Okay.
And I'm from Florida. All she like is Mexican food. She don't like Caribbean food, but I'm like, what the
Um,
fuck? I love Caribbean food. I grew up with Haitians,
that's true.
Jamaicans,
That's true.
Dominicans, Puerto Rican. So for me, support is easy.
Okay.
Somebody else, you may have to explain it to them. So that for me, that's why I say, bro, I'm so easygoing. I'm gonna communicate it though. Hey,
Okay.
bro, I'm gonna say, hey, bro, like I learned as I get older in life, bro. What they say, a closed mouth don't get fed. Sometimes you got to teach people, and then
Right, right.
if they continually don't do it, then it's like, all right, this is the energy I need. But it's like, bro, you my dog, bro. Like, why you don't support me, bro? Why you don't? You know what I'm saying? Oh man, bro, I ain't know you care about that dog. You know
Okay.
I fuck with you, bro. Oh no,
Okay.
bro, but I would have liked for you. Bam. I think communication solves most
Okay.
shit. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? That's my perspective.
No, no. Communication definitely solves a lot of stuff. How do you feel successful, and how do you define success?
Yeah, I do, man. At times I don't, because you get caught up. I do get caught up
Mm-hmm.
in the social media world,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel successful because I control my fucking time. The
Right.
other day, Thursday, I say, I don't feel like working today. I'm going to just, you know what I'm saying, cool it. That's success to me because I can cool it. I ain't have to do nothing. And I know, you know, I'm going to have money coming in regardless. You know what I'm
Sweet.
saying? So that's success to me. It's success to where I can get my daughter anytime I want. You know what I'm saying? Like I could go pick her up from school. I ain't got to try to take off of work if she's sick or whatever it is. That's success to me. Now, do I have big bodacious goals and money wise and status symbols and shit that I want? Yes, but I already feel successful. I'm already walking into that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think about, like I said, it's controlling my time, and I always think about. I thought about this the other day. Any point in my life where I didn't feel successful or I felt bad or things weren't going my way, that shit ain't last long. You know what I'm saying? Think about like you had a breakup and you sad for 2 months or something. You eventually get over that shit. Or
Right.
like, bro, I went back to, like I said, I remember when I was fucked up, broke, $0. That shit ain't last long. I look back up 6, 7 months later. Now I got 10, 20K coming in a month. You know what I'm saying? So it's like none of that shit don't last long. So yes, I feel like I'm definitely successful. I'm walking in that shit.
How does it feel, I guess, to have the opportunity to create generational wealth and even pass down to your daughter, and maybe your children, pass it down to their children and whatnot?
Man, it feels good because, like I said, one thing I didn't learn, you know, I ain't learned it growing up. You know, although
Right.
my mom was doing her thing, I ain't really think about generational wealth. I didn't even, I think we hear it now because of social
Yeah.
media. But
Yep.
I ain't hear that term when I was 17, 18.
Yeah,
So for
no.
me now to be conscious of it, it's a blessing. And to be intentional about even building it. Like once again, like my OG Beyond Win say, I'm building generational wealth, not for my kids, but with my kids, like right
Right.
now. So it's so dope for him. He's older though. I want to say beyond like 48. So his kids are working with him.
Hmm.
Um, so my daughter's 6. I only got one child. So I want her to same thing. Shit, we gonna build this thing together. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do it or you don't, you know, we gonna rock out. So that's a blessing for me. I love it.
And I think definitely is dope. I think, like you said, a lot of we wasn't talking about it a lot growing up. I think a lot of it, a lot of us, a lot of our parents were just trying to taught to survive. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
We just trying to we need to get through today. We have figured out tomorrow brings got his own problems. We have figured that out when I guess when we get there. But we that's definitely something now that just happened. Um Leadership versus just a title. Let's say like manager or CEO. What do you think is the difference between leadership skills and just having a title?
Yeah, man. People, the ego. Once again, we go back into the ego. The ego is in the title, right? The ego is. That's why I say the story, the book, killed the ego. I mean, ego is the enemy. It talks about that as well. But leadership is thing that shit you can learn it. You know, of course they say it's born leaders, but I also think you can learn how to be a great leader just by studying and really being selfless. Like it was time when I had my tax office, like my employees I pay them before me, right?
Right,
But I know if the people around me happy, shit, you good. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right, right,
If they happy, they gonna take care of you. So, a leadership is in the act, is being selfless. It's in the act. Is really being a follower as well. Like I always say, I know when to lead. I know when to follow. Any situation I'm in, I know okay. In this situation, I need to be Dennis Rodman. This my job in this situation. I'm with another group of people. Oh shit, I need to be Phil Jackson. On this one, I need to quarterback the plays. On this one, oh shit, I need to be Jordan. I just need to, you know what I'm saying, be the CEO of this. Like so, I think being a leader is knowing when to delegate, when to fall back, when to take charge. Titles, you don't work the job with somebody have a title and you running that shit better than them. People tapping in. When I was at Target, I wasn't a store manager. I was a manager of customer service, but people coming in tapping in with me.
right,
So
right, right.
that shit don't mean nothing.
Definitely. Spit Your Wig podcast, man. Talk to me about that, man. I love the name, man. Logo and everything.
Yeah.
I like
So
it,
my
man.
last name Wigley, So
Yeah.
just playing off of that. I thought about it like 2017, and I've been super inconsistent with it because I be feeling like I need to have my business shit in order before I start doing. You know what I mean? Like I was telling my OG this shit. I just love business. It don't matter what industry I'm in. I like confrontation. I like negotiation. I like um I like debating. I just like anything. I ain't really a numbers guy, but in business, I like deal making. So
Mm-hmm.
I always think about that. But Split Your Wig, I'm actually about to relaunch it too. So I've knocked out like 5 episodes
I saw
right
some of
now.
that.
Yeah, I knocked out like 5 episodes. I've been doing them on Zoom, and I'm gonna launch it probably in May sometime. Just getting them out the way, loading up the chamber. But just playing off of, in Florida and down south, we say we'll split your wig, like meaning y'all
Uh-huh.
probably said too, like I'll bust your head open, right?
Yeah.
So just really playing off of that, like, all right, let's sit down with some influential people, crack open their minds, interview them. It's more conversational. I like to say, Joe
Mm-hmm.
Rogan is one of my favorite podcasters right
Oh
now,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and,
He
and
good too.
it's not really when you on Joe Rogan show. It's not really an interview. It's just a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Then you get info and information out of it. But like I say, I've been connected to a lot of dope people, so it's only right for me to really go all in on that. So I told myself, man, all right, let me just do it. And I was getting in my way. I was getting in my way. Subconsciously, maybe it was insecurity or I don't know what it was, but it's a look that I want for. It's like, man, I need to be in the studio. I need to have that. But once again, your circle and your friends,
Mm-hmm.
like, bro, fuck all that. It's the
Just
content.
start.
Just put that, yeah, just get that shit out the way, and it eventually come. So that's why I just started back last week. I
I
was like,
saw
all
I
right,
saw some of it. Yep.
I'm about to just start recording. I'm recording, and so I got like 3 now. I got some lined up next week. Some real dope individuals.
No, definitely dope. You speak a lot about books. What's your top five, man?
Top 5. I got a bookstore too. I need to drop the link.
I saw that too. Definitely drop the link.
Top 5 books, man. Definitely Four Agreements, Think or Grow
I'm reading that
Rich.
now. Yep.
Four Agreements, Think and Grow Rich. Outwitting the Devil, Pitch Anything, and Contagious.
Oh, I'm gonna tap in with some of them too.
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna tap in. What's been the toughest lesson in this whole journey so far?
man. Around 2017, I got when I was 2017, I made the most money I made in my life. I was on top of the world, and
Mm,
my lesson was, um, you got to be disciplined. I lost it after that for the most part. I lost myself. You know what I'm saying? I had so much bread. I'm promiscuous. I got all the women now. I'm in Atlanta. I'm
mm,
doing my shit. I got my properties. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
I'm traveling. We on tour. This real estate tour. I'm gaining weight. I'm eating out every day. I'm just blowing bread. I got too comfortable. So that was my biggest lesson in 2017. Even when you quote unquote on top, don't get too comfortable because God will humble your ass. He'll punch you in the face. But like Mike Tyson say, everybody got a plan until they get punched in the face, right? And
I
I
say
got
that all
punched
the
in
time.
the face. I got punched in the face. But I also learned that can't nothing fucking break me, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like I learned that even though I got punched in the face and I took some L's and I took some hits, like I know I'm strong and I can always bounce back. So now I'm back to shit. I'm better. I'm my best self right now.
Hmm.
Like mentally, spiritually, physically, I'm getting there. Financially, I ain't where I was 2017, but I'm getting there. Plus more, I see the bigger picture. I'm playing more of a marathon game.
Hmm.
So right now, I'm my best self, dog. So that's my biggest lesson, dog. Always really be accountable and really work on your self awareness.
Definitely. Who's been your I guess greatest inspiration?
That I know are
Either or. Know or you
shit,
don't
I got
know.
a lot. I love Nip, man. I was telling who I told
Yeah,
this. I
yeah.
love Nip, man. I told somebody this shit yesterday. Nip and Kobe, I felt like I knew them. And I
Right.
met Nip. I got to meet Nip twice. He signed one of my things. I got in my room, I got a signed picture with Nip. I met him twice.
How was that?
Cool dude, man. Was able to the second time I met him was able to chop it up with him. Great energy. It was brief, but got to exchange words and dap them up and vibe out. He signed some shit for me. Um, I honestly I listened to Victory Lap, not the album, but that song, the intro song, every day.
Yeah, that's hard. That ain't hard.
Yeah, I listened to that because that third verse on that song, that shit like one of the I don't want to be too in the moment, but that's like one of the hardest verses ever on some like inspirational shit. You know what I'm saying? The third verse on Victory Lap, the song, that last verse that shit is crazy. It's on some like
So you might
manifestation
you
shit.
might as well rap it, man. You talking it.
Album coming soon. Album coming soon.
Nah, but you
Um.
know what? I felt like that album was definitely that was my first time really starting to connect with him. Right before he died, when that Victory the album came out,
Okay.
it kind of felt like for us back out here, it felt like the West Coast version of 444 Jay Z.
Got
You
you.
know, you know what I mean? Because Jay Z was tapping into another thought process the same way Nip talking about.
Yeah. Nah. See, I was on shit. I was on Nip probably 2015,
See?
2016. So I was always my. I'm a music head too. I play the guitar as well.
Okay,
So I've
okay,
always I like music, sports, all that. But I would say him. But people I know, my uncle, Unc,
okay.
Unc was a definitely great. My OG, my business partner, OG Brett Holcomb. He's definitely one. Beyond Win. Um, I got a lot, man. Like I say, man, I just been blessed with all these people around me, dog. I think God put these people in my life for a reason.
Nah, definitely. What's your thoughts on that verdict, man?
What's up?
With thoughts on the verdict?
Oh man,
George
that that
Floyd,
that
man.
that was major. I don't know. I was optimistic about it. I just like it was, I know some people were pessimistic. They don't know, but I feel like we knew that shit. Well, me personally, I like yeah, they gonna rope his ass up, man, because that shit was on camera. He in his facial expressions on that camera, the man just looked evil, for lack of a better word. So now, but we ain't done yet though, right? We
We
still,
totally not done. That's
yeah. So that's why I ain't even really on some. We got that one, but we got a long way to go. And I'm a person of accountability as well, so we got that going. But at the same time, we all work diligently every day to um, live the best life we can and get ourselves out of these financial. As finance to me, man, is the key. You own some shit. Nipsey again, get you some money, you're gonna feel different, right? Um, you own some shit, get yourself in a place financially, you can change a lot of things, man. And then not even financially though, but spiritually and mentally, we got a lot of work to do. So, but I'm optimistic about it for sure.
that. Do money make you happy? Do money make
A
you
quote from
happy?
Fabulous: "Money don't buy happiness, but it's a good down payment." Shout out to Fab. It's a good down payment for happiness. Hell yeah, money make me happy. I ain't one of them people that say, "Oh, money don't." It ain't it ain't like the end all be all of the happy, but you got money, you gonna feel different. You know what I'm saying? Like I done not had money either. I'd rather be got money and a little
Yeah,
depressed or whatever than
yeah.
not have money and depressed.
I ain't gonna
I
lie.
would rather have this bread. And yeah. So to say it make me happy, it's a good down payment for happiness. I'm gonna take that from Fabulous.
I agree, man. And this is one of my last question. What legacy you want to leave?
Man, I want to be able to live out my skills to the fullest and live out my talents to, like Tupac say, spark something in somebody else, right? So me being a world class dot connector and letting people know, man, I can really for a living be a deal maker and do what naturally comes to me by connecting people, places, and things together, and just being wholehearted. So if you watch that Black Godfather documentary, that's what I want my legacy to be, to where I'm behind the scenes to a certain extent, but people know what the fuck is up. So that's my legacy.
Appreciate you first and foremost. Again, man, I just want to thank you again for rocking with me, allowing me to do this again. I definitely appreciate you, bro.
No, it's
Definitely,
all
man.
love.
Definitely.
All love.
For those watching, please like, comment, share. You can follow me on I am about that action on Instagram, on YouTube, about that action TV, and tell them where to find you, brother.
Yeah, man, you can shit. Let me type it in. You can type me, find
Oh
me
yeah,
at
there you
Brandon
go. I'm still getting used to this. I'm gonna type. Yeah, we're gonna talk
Yeah,
that.
now you good. I'm gonna type it in right now. I already know how it goes. You got me wanting to do an IG live now.
Yeah, it's good. I
I
like
might
it,
do
man.
one later. Yeah, you can find me there at Brandon J. Wigley. LinkedIn, same thing, Brandon J. Wigley. Facebook, Brandon J. Wigley. I've been playing on LinkedIn more, just doing some more B2B. And then also if you know anybody looking to sell their business,
Mhm.
definitely reach out to me. We're in the business acquisition line of work. So we're looking to acquire companies. Definitely if somebody's looking to retire or they're just tired of their business, definitely tap in with me at Brandon J. Wigley.
Definitely, bro. I need to get to Atlanta, man. He's saying it's the place to be right now. There's
Oh
million-dollar
man,
businesses out there.
bro, it's beautiful out today. I'm about to go right now. I'm about to go to brunch. Right when we end, I'm about to hang up, put my shoes on, and I'm out the door. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir,
saying?
man. Again,
Yeah.
appreciate you. Have a good day, man. Stay blessed, brother.
All right, brother. Appreciate you.
All right, man.